Okay, so this is Biology Form 4, new chapter, Chapter 10, Transport in Humans and Animals. Okay, subtopic 10.1, Types of Circulatory System. Okay, the necessity for transport system in complex multicellular organism. So each living cells require essential substances such as oxygen and nutrients and expel cellular waste products such as carbon dioxide and also nitrogenous waste. So before this, in chapter 2, okay, Bioform 4, we have learned unicellular organism like amoeba species. Okay, they get the um, essential substance and expel their waste product only by diffusion to its surrounding. Okay, because unicellular organism dia punya TSA per volume ratio, total surface area to volume ratio is high because the size is small. Okay, so dia tidak perlu special transport system. Dia hanya melaksanakan semua proses itu melalui simple diffusion. Tetapi bagaimana pula dengan multicellular organism seperti kita lah manusia? Adakah kita juga directly by diffusion only? Okay? So bagaimana kita dapat semua kita punya essential substance dan juga we want to expel our cellular waste product. Okay, so figure 10.1, this is exchange of substance for unicellular organism. Okay, they are just as simple diffusion, but this one 10.2, figure 10.2, this is exchange for multicellular organism. So substance exchange cannot occur by diffusions only for multicellular organism because the cells, our cells are too far away from our environment. Okay, so that's why we need a transportation system. Okay, transportation system. So in vertebrates yang bertulang belakang, transportation system dipanggil blood circulatory system. Okay, so we have two types of circulatory system in multicellular organism. The first one is open circulatory system and the second one is closed circulatory system. Okay, so we will look into the difference between the open and closed circulatory system. So this one, open circulatory system, hemolymph. Okay, hemolymph ini adalah liquid, satu fluid, flow directly into the body cavity yang dipanggil sebagai hemocoel and bathes the cells. Okay, hemolymph is a blood-like nutritious liquid found in most invertebrates yang tidak bertulang belakang such as insect and mollusks. Okay, di sini dia punya medium kita tidak panggil blood tetapi hemolymph. Dan in open circulatory system, the hemolymph dia directly flow into the body cavity. Tidak ada yang kita panggil sebagai blood vessel ataupun salur darah. Okay, so ini adalah open circulatory system. So dalam diagram ini kita tengok this is the heart. Okay, this is the cell. So we have only the hemolymph vessel. Okay, hemolymph vessel. Dia akan flow the hemolymph into the body cavity, hemocoel. So directly dia akan bathes the cells. Okay, simple as that. So untuk closed circulatory system pula, blood. Kita punya medium adalah blood, bukan hemolymph tetapi blood. Blood always contained in continuous closed blood vessel. Remember, continuous closed blood vessel. Okay, so darah itu mengalir dia dalam kita punya salur darah dan dia close, dia bukan macam sini hemolymph dia bath the cell, tidak. Okay, so this one will be distributed to the whole body. The exchange of substance that are essential to cells such as oxygen and nutrient occur across the walls of our blood capillary. Okay, so if this is our heart, okay, this is our blood vessel, so our blood will flow continuously, close in a closed blood vessel, and then dia akan go through the blood capillary. And then di sini apa yang berlaku, barulah diffusion itu berlaku daripada blood capillary kepada kita punya sel. Okay, so ini berbeza. Inilah beza dia di antara closed dengan open circulatory system. Okay, so circulatory system we have open and also closed. So untuk open, examples adalah insect. Untuk closed, kita ada fish, kita ada amphibians, kita ada humans. Okay, semua itu closed circulatory system. So untuk insect, this one, untuk insect, circulatory systems of insect, open circulatory system. Okay, ini bermaksud one or more heart pumps the hemolymph through the vessel, hemolymph vessel into the hemocoel body cavity. Hemolymph flow out from the heart into the body cavity, we call hemocoel, when the heart contracts. So in the body cavity or hemocoel, the substance exchange between the hemolymph and the body cell through diffusion. Okay, remember hemolymph dia akan bath the cells. So when the heart relax, hemolymph flow back into the heart through tiny opening called ostium. Tiny opening called ostium. So here, this is figure 10.3 and figure 10.4. Ini examples of insect. So this is the ostium. Okay, here the heart, the aorta. This is the hemocoel body cavity. Okay, so kalau kita tengok dia punya dorsal view. Okay, what happened when the heart contract? The hemolymph terus dia flow into the hemocoel. Okay, into the hemocoel. Lepas itu exchange of any nutrient berlaku lah. After that, bila heart dia relax, what happen? Dia punya hemolymph itu akan balik kepada heart dia melalui tiny opening yang kita panggil sebagai ostium. Okay, ostium. So dia akan balik masuk ke dalam ostium untuk masuk ke dalam jantung dia, heart. Okay, so itu untuk circulatory systems of insect. Open circulatory system. So how about closed circulatory system? The first example is fish. So the heart of fish, we have two chamber, yaitu atrium and ventricle. Okay, atrium and ventricle. Blood that leaves the ventricle is pumped to the gill capillaries. Okay, capillary insang, to enable the gases exchange. The gill capillaries carry blood to the blood vessel that transport oxygenated blood to the systemic capillary. So in the systemic capillary, oxygen diffuses into the tissues, while carbon dioxide diffuses from the tissue into the capillary. The deoxygenated blood is then returned to the heart atrium through the veins. Okay, as the blood flow in one direction, the fish circulatory system is known as single circulatory system. Okay, single closed circulatory system. Ini untuk fish sebab the blood flow in only one direction. So this is the blood circulatory system of fish. So red one is oxygenated blood yang mengandungi oksigen. Yang biru ini adalah deoxygenated blood yang sudah tidak mengandungi oksigen, dan yang ini dark blue ini adalah mixed blood containing oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay, so apa yang berlaku adalah here, apabila heart dia, so apa yang berlaku adalah di sini. Okay, so di sini daripada, so dia punya jantung ada dua chamber kan, satu atrium sini, kemudian kita ada ventricle. So now the ventricle, daripada ventricle biru ini deoxygenated blood. So bila dia pump out, dia akan menuju ke gill capillary. Gill capillary capillary di insang dia. Di sinilah berlaku gases exchange. Maksudnya oksigen akan masuk oksigen akan akan masuk ke dalam darah. So di sini ada mixed blood. Kemudian bila sudah warna merah di sini, ini sudah oxygenated blood. So oxygenated blood itu pump pergi mana? Pergi systemic capillary. So di sini adalah berlaku dia punya gaseous exchange lagi, di mana oksigen itu akan menuju ke sel-sel lah sekeliling yang memerlukan oksigen. Kemudian karbon dioksida pula akan masuk ke dalam salur darah itu. So di sini kalau kamu lihat di sini warna biru kembali kan. So di sini adalah darah yang deoxygenated blood lah, yang mengandungi karbon dioksida sudah. So dia akan balik ke atrium lagi balik. So kalau kita nampak dia punya flow itu adalah one way only. One direction. Okay, one direction only. Okay, so ini kita panggil sebagai single. Okay, single closed circulatory system because the flow of the blood is only in one direction. Okay, so ini untuk fish fish. Kemudian kalau amphibian, for example frog, okay. So amphibian, the heart of amphibians has 3 chamber. So kalau fish tadi kita ada 2 chamber, yang ini 3 chambers, 2 atria, okay, 2 atrium and only 1 ventricle. Okay. So unlike the single circulatory system of fish, the blood flow is in 2 direction for amphibians. So kita ada dua direction. Satu adalah pulmocutaneous circulation and systemic circulation. Okay, therefore this system is known as double closed circulatory system. So ini untuk amphibian. Okay, kalau fish tadi single closed circulatory system, but this one for amphibian dia double. Okay, double closed circulatory system. Amphibians are said to have an incomplete double circulatory system. Remember, incomplete. Kenapa? Because the deoxygenated blood and oxygenated blood are mixed. Kalau dalam fish tadi, oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, dia tidak tercampur dalam satu chamber. Okay? Tetapi dalam amphibian, dia dipanggil incomplete double circulatory system because of the mixing. Ada mixing dia punya oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Okay? The first one, pulmocutaneous circulation, transport blood to the lungs and skin. And the exchange of gases takes place here. Systemic circulation transport oxygenated blood to the body tissue and returns the deoxygenated blood to the right atrium through the veins. Okay, so kita tengok untuk amphibian. Okay, the first one here. The first one. Deoxygenated blood from the body is transported to the right atrium. So this is our right atrium. Ni tengok yang white touch. White touch. Right atrium. Yang nombor 2 ini adalah left atrium. Okay, yang nombor 3 ini adalah single ventricle. Okay, so the first one, deoxygenated blood from body is transported to the right atrium. Okay, to the right atrium. Di sini dia begini, masuk di right atrium. Okay, and then number 2, oxygenated blood from lungs. Oxygenated blood from lungs, and the skin is transported by the pulmonary vein into the left atrium. So this is left atrium. Okay, left atrium, number 2. Number 2. Blood from both atria enter the ventricle. So there is some mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood in the ventricle. But most of the oxygenated blood remain on the left side of the ventricle, while the deoxygenated blood remains on the right side of the ventricle. So ini kita panggil incomplete because the ventricle yang number 3 ini ada mixing of the oxygenated blood and also deoxygenated blood. Okay. Kemudian number 4, what happened? Number 4, the ventricle then pumps the blood through the pulmocutaneous. Okay, ini kita sebut sebagai lungs and skin and the systemic circulation. So kalau kita lihat di sini, yang keempat ini, daripada nombor 3 ventricle itu, what happen? Ventricle dia akan pumps the blood through this one. Satu, dia akan pergi ke sini. Okay, pulmocutaneous circulation. Okay. Kemudian, dia akan balik lagi masuk ke dalam sini. Okay, dia akan balik masuk ke dalam ventricle. Kemudian sekali lagi dia akan melalui ini dan ke sini. Pergi ke systemic capillary. Okay, so di systemic capillary itu yang berlaku exchange lah di body cell. Okay, body cell. Yang pulmocutaneous circulation di sini itu adalah lungs and skin. Okay, lungs and skin untuk dapatkan oksigen. So, selepas itu barulah deoxygenated blood itu balik lagi ke right atrium. So, kalau kita tengok berapa kali darah itu pas the jantung? 2 kali kan? Okay, 2 kali. The first one, ni. Mula-mula dia pergi dulu di sini. Okay, lepas itu dia masuk balik ke jantung. Kemudian dia akan keluar balik dan menuju ke systemic capillary. So, ini yang kita panggil sebagai double. Okay, double close circulation. Tetapi oleh kerana dia ada mixing of the deoxygenated blood dan juga oxygenated blood, sebab itu kita panggil ini sebagai incomplete double close circulatory system. So, ini adalah untuk amphibians. Okay, amphibians. How about human? Circulatory systems of human. Human consists of 4 chambers. So remember, kita punya human heart consists of 4 chamber. Kalau amphibian tadi 3 chamber, kalau fish tadi 2 chambers. So for human we have 4 chambers. 2 atria, 2 ventricles. So our atrium and our ventricles are separated completely. So human juga double closed circulatory system. Dan kita ini adalah complete double closed circulatory system. Kenapa kita complete? Because tidak ada mixing of oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. Tidak ada mixing, tidak ada percampuran. Because we have 4 chambers, 2 atria, 2 ventricles. So tidak ada percampuran darah oxygenated blood dan juga deoxygenated blood. So that's why for human, remember, complete double closed circulatory system. Okay, so double circulatory system kita itu adalah pulmonary circulation, the first one, pulmonary circulation, dan second one adalah systemic circulation. So here, pulmonary circulation, deoxygenated blood is transported through the pulmonary artery to the lungs for gaseous exchange. Okay, pulmonary deoxygenated blood, yang biru ini deoxygenated blood, yang red ini oxygenated blood. So the first circulation, pulmonary circulation, deoxygenated blood is transported through the pulmonary artery here, okay, pulmonary artery to the lungs. So dia di sini lungs untuk gaseous exchange. Okay, kita akan dapat oksigen lah. Kita akan dapat oksigen di sini lungs. So what happen now? Menjadi merah sudah. Our blood jadi merah, maksudnya oxygenated blood. So now oxygenated blood from the lungs return to the left atrium. Okay, return to the left atrium. Ini masuk di sini. Kemudian dia masuk ke left ventricle di bawah. So ini left atrium, di bawah ini left ventricle. So daripada kanan tadi, okay, right atrium, right ventricle, right atrium pergi ke sini, lung capillary untuk gaseous exchange. And then now oxygenated blood balik ke dalam jantung, ke dalam left atrium, kemudian pergi left ventricle. Okay, so itu yang first. And then In systemic circulation, what happened? Now the blood yang oxygenated blood itu akan pump from the heart. Dia akan go to our body tissue through aorta. This is aorta. Okay, to the systemic capillaries. Okay, systemic capillaries. So di sini akan berlaku gases exchange lah, di mana di sel-sel yang memerlukan. Okay, so now deoxygenated blood returns to the right atrium through vena cava. Nampak ni vena cava di sini. Okay, vena cava. So kamu refer kepada white touch, yang teacher touch white color, itu yang kamu refer. Okay, so dia akan balik ke dalam jantung melalui vena cava. So berapa kali dia pass the heart, our jantung? 2 kali kan? So first one begini. Okay, the first one begini. Second one, dia balik begitu lagi. So double. Ini yang kita panggil sebagai double close circulatory system. So kalau kita lihat oxygenated blood dengan deoxygenated blood, dia tidak mixing. So that's why ini complete, complete circulatory system. Unlike the amphibian. Okay. So table 10.1, similarities and differences between circulatory system in complex multicellular organism. So kita sudah belajar insect, fish, amphibians dan juga human. Similarity, the circulatory system is found in all multicellular organism. The circulatory system consists of a heart that pump blood or hemolymph in insect. Okay, in insect kita tidak panggil blood, tetapi hemolymph. The circulatory system function to transport nutrient and waste. The heart has valve that ensure the blood flow in one direction. So jantung itu dia ada valve. Valve ini dia punya fungsi adalah untuk memastikan the flow of the blood is only in one direction. Kalau tidak ada valve, dia akan menyebabkan darah itu mengalir di direction yang opposite direction. Kita tidak mau itu berlaku. Sebab itu jantung kita ada valve. Okay, ada valve. So difference between insect, fish, amphibians and humans. Types of circulatory system in insect is open blood circulatory system. In fish, dia closed blood circulatory system. Amphibian closed, human also closed. Number of circulation in insect, kita tidak cakap dia ada number single, double, because dia terus directly, hemolymph directly flow into the body cavity. Okay, fish dia single blood closed circulatory system. The blood flow in the blood vessel and through the heart once. Okay, once, satu kali sahaja in a complete circulation. Amphibian dia double. Human juga dia double. Okay, the blood flow in the blood vessel and through the heart twice. Okay, twice. Okay, number of heart cavities. Insect, the heart is made up of many cavity segments. Okay, fish, 2. 1 atrium, 1 ventricle. Amphibian, 3. 2 atria, 1 ventricle. And human, we have 4 chambers, 2 atria, 2 ventricles. Separations of oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. Insect, of course, oxygenated blood, deoxygenated blood. Dia bukan blood, dia hemolymph. So dia tidak terpakai untuk insect. For fish, dia oleh kerana dia single sahaja. The blood flow is only one time through the heart. So ini pun tidak terpakai untuk fish. Amphibian dia incomplete because some of the oxygenated blood is mixed with the deoxygenated blood in the ventricle. Human pula complete, okay, complete meaning oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood does not mix. Okay, so ini persamaan dan perbezaan di antara circulatory system untuk keempat-empat multicellular organism ini. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.